Good morning, welcome back to the channel again from Fun in Florida, and here comes the grey line. So we're at Buc-ee's, just by Daytona Beach. We go in and get a coffee on our way down to St Augustine. Oh. Coffee time. Buc-ee's. Black coffee at Buc-ee's. It's like a copy of last year's video, isn't it? I remember going over there and just having a quick slurp. But yeah, we're my foot's killing me. I've got a real problem with the ball on my foot. I don't know, I haven't really had a chance to let it sort of heal. So yeah, not much I can do about that, unfortunately. Yeah, here we are at Buc-ee's. A big large garage on steroids. And it's been great. The grey line again. The same driver, Kevin, and Bonnie in training. But say, Kevin also did the trip last year. We stopped here, which was great. Right, let's head down to St Augustine. Okay, back on the bus, got my coffee, let's head over. we're just at the old jail for the people who want to do the trolley ride, which I'm not doing. Then they're dropping us back down by the old gates. So we can just kind of a quick whiz. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Great to be back, great to be back, great to be back. Got these old pictures on the wall. Fantastic. Great. Museum there. And yeah, let's head down to the old town. So here we go, another tour of St Augustine, America's oldest European occupied city. Here's the old Huguenot cemetery. It's outside the city gates. St Augustine became a state of Florida in 1821 when the Spanish had them paying back a debt of $5 million. So I said, yeah, I'll have Florida instead. Have Florida instead. And there's the old city gates from the 1800s. You'd think they'd be much older, but they're not. Yeah, this gate opened in 1739, provided the only access through the defence line of the north side of Spanish St Augustine. Built these, Royal Engineer Manuel Hijita built these Coena pillars in 1808. This is St George Street, which is part of the British settlement and the old colonisation when we owned it. Shame we can't buy it back actually. But it's very quiet at the moment. It's only 10 o'clock in the morning, so let's have a look. This is the oldest wooden schoolhouse in the USA, St Augustine, Florida. It doesn't say the oldest schoolhouse, just said the oldest wooden schoolhouse. But it is 1700s, so it's still old, obviously. But yeah, we've been in here a few times. And they've got these mannequins doing their thing. But yeah, it's a lovely landmark actually. I'll slip in some vintage Q from a couple of years ago when I was inside. There's the kitchen. And the creepy mannequins.
Well, good to see you. Welcome to the old school and to the mid-1800s. I say that because this is how the nation's oldest wooden schoolhouse looked at that time, and our clothing is of that period. And the class roll. The school itself was built sometime before 1763.
During the first Spanish period.
Very good, Johnny. The school is built of cypress and cedar with handmade nails and wooden pegs.
So I love this. This is great. There was the class of 1864. There was a reunion in 1931. And I mean, how cool is that? A reunion in 1931. How did they get hold of everyone again? Nowadays, just go onto Facebook. Oh, there you are. 1864 students, 1931. Lots of artisan and arts little shops here, which is great. Grover's Gallery. Yeah, isn't it lovely? Aloha jewellery. Coffee, beer and wine, lovely. There's the old water wheel. lunch up there a few years back. Gomez house. I mean, this colony was founded before the British came at Plymouth Rock. I've said before that one of the colonists from that period came from Dorking, William Mullins. Lovely. Castillo house, former house of Jorge Biaso, first black general, 1760-96. So I do apologise, I'm probably repeating myself quite a few times here because I've done plenty of videos from St Augustine before, and last year and the year before. Now hopefully the Bull and Crown later on, because I might come back here and have lunch, which I had, and hopefully Shanty's working. Yeah, so hopefully it's going to be open. Side roads. There we go. Of course. Someone's mowing the lawn. How typical is that? How typical is that? Like being in a village back home. Walk down here. Yeah, some nice old buildings here. I think the trolley comes through here. The trolley ride. You have to look at other videos if you want to see that. Yeah. Let's make a head back up to St George Street. And we head down towards the Basilica. Be careful with some of this music coming out of the shop. We don't want to get a YouTube copyright strike now, do we? I've already been approached a couple of times since I've been here. Can you help me out with a cup of coffee, man? You know. Had it in International Drive yesterday. I'm going to give me some water, and then they add bits on top of it. You know, I feel very sorry for the situation, but you know. Oh yeah, Dr. Peck House. Shell shop. Pretty good, isn't it? (1750), and we'll part of the house owned by the Royal Treasurer of Late in the first Spanish period. And during the British period, it served for a time as the home of Governor John Moultrie. And in 1837 purchased the house, rebuilt it using the old walls and added the frame second story. We did go to the oldest house last year, so we don't need to do that. I love these thoroughfares. I wonder what the rent's like on these kind of places, and actually how much business do they actually do. You know, lots of music playing, so I'd be talk over it, talk over it, talk over it, talk over it, talk over it. Barefoot Bills. I don't know about you, someone who does tour guiding, the only thing I do cringe at a little bit that they're all in, they have to wear a costume. I'm more engaged if they're just in their own clothes. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. I just find it a bit cringy. Sorry, lovely American people. Original 10-cent store. Zoltar. As we head out. The Cathedral St Augustine is still here. The Cathedral, Basilica of St Augustine, America's first parish, founded September the 8th, 1565. I'll just pop in and have a quick look. Very lovely. As you know, I'm not religious at all. I do like coming in here with the chanting, and it's very quiet. There's only a few people here. It's absolutely lovely. Just gonna tune in for a second. Been in the little back room before. Keep short. Very cool. As I said a billion times, I just don't understand religion, but it brings happiness to you and peace, then that's all that matters, isn't it? I am spiritual, even that phrase I don't particularly like. I think our consciousness is greater than we are, to put it simply. Yeah. So, give shot. Governor's house. Here we go, the Plaza de la Constitución, the oldest public space in America. This plaza was laid out as Spanish royal ordinances in 1573, and lots of executions on this site, lots of executions. There's also a marketplace just opposite the Bridge of Lions. Constitution Monument. 18th Columbia. It's the governor's house. This also used to be a hospital. Those windows up there would have been rooms for the interred. Flagler statue outside Flagler College, it used to be a hotel, 1920 to 1913. Let's have a quick look in the garden while we're here. So it's now a college, but you can walk around the garden, I think, so yeah. Beautiful building. Yeah, the dormitories here as well. There are historic tours. Well, young Henry Flagler. Very cool. It's only staff and students allowed in because no tours going on, but I just wanted to have a quick look at Flagler College. There we go, originally called the Continental Hotel, after the guy who found St Augustine. And opposite Flagler College is the Lightning Museum. Formerly a hotel. Yeah, formerly the Alcazar Hotel. Constructed by railway tycoon Henry Flagler.
If you are going to hop off here, you're going to hop off on the left, wait till I stop at the hill. Exit backwards. You handle.
So it's actually Don Pedro Menéndez de Villiers, as the founder of Florida. Founded St Augustine, he didn't find Florida, he founded St Augustine September the 8th, 1565. Ponce de Leon had already been here on the orders of the King and Queen of Spain to look for the Fountain of Youth. Now I did say I was going to go to the Fountain of Youth if I came back, and it just screams to me tourist trap and no historical evidence whatsoever. We'll see. If I'm walking back, we'll see. We'll see. The Lightning Museum. I'm going there then. Favourite car, parked permanently outside. Trinity Church, I think, was founded by the British. And there's a plaque here actually, if I'm correct. Trinity Church. It built on the site in 1730 of the 1735 Spanish Bishop's House and the 1774 British State House. It is the oldest Protestant church building in Florida and the first in the Gothic Revival style. Yeah, the Church of England was established in Florida during the British occupation 1763 to 1783. Old Town 1572 enters to Old Town, so that's in the original art district. And this is Avilés Street, believed to be, I think, the oldest street in North America. So, yeah. Avilés Street, in Spanish times, was the street of the Royal Hospital. It was renamed in 1923 in honour of the birthplace of Pedro Menéndez de Avilés, founder of St Augustine, USA. So is this the oldest street in America? Spanish military hospital. Rather cool. Oh, look at this. This would be good for urbex, wouldn't it? St Augustine Historical Society. Yeah, we'll have a little walk down here. A thrift shop, back of Flagler College. Century house, take a tour. This is from the 1700s, I believe, this house. As we go down to the old town, and it's rather lovely. Blimey, I'm running out of battery on this first battery already. Need to change over in a minute. And the memory card. The Father Miguel O'Reilly House Museum. And this is one of the original wells in the city. Love this old house, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. This sort of come to the end of Avilés Street, or the main part anyway. If you're wondering why I'm not going in the museums, because it's quite quiet here today, and it's just probably going to be me walking in. It's going to be a little bit difficult to video. If someone says, oh, well, let me take you around, then it gets a bit, oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting stuff, but yeah. That's why. Trolley. Florida, the Sunshine State, colonised the Spaniards in 1559, site of first permanent settlement in the US, 1565. We had it for a while. Let's have a little wander over to the Bridge of Lions in a second. Just want to show you, here's the public marketplace I just at, Continental. First public market was established in this plaza by Governor Menéndez de Canzu in 1598. Yeah. I think, as I say, I think there was sites of execution here. So they still use it as a market, which is really cool. Market in the plaza. Yeah. Pretty cool, isn't it? I'd like to spend a couple of days here. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you get here at a good time, you can pretty much do everything in a day. You know, all the museums, the fort, which I'm still umming and ahhing about going back to. It's just a great place just to wander around. Some great eateries. Distillery around the corner, the trolley tour. Yeah, it's one of my favourite places, that's why I come back so often. Our lovely driver Kevin, who also was took us on the trip last year, said St Augustine is one of the most, if not the most haunted town and city in Florida, if not the United States. It's not. You know me as a paranormal researcher and investigator, I think it's everywhere. I don't think this should be, because it's old, this should be no more active than International Drive. There you go. I'm sure there are plenty of spirit here, but there probably is plenty of spirit on International Drive too. Of Old Town Charlotte Street. I think it's much down there. I've been down there before. Look at that, that's pretty cool, isn't it? That's the old clipper ship. There's the Bridge of Lions. Ponce de Leon, who founded Florida, was second mate on Christopher Columbus's ship. I did not know that. And he was staying in Puerto Rico. I say when he got that message from the King and Queen to say, hey, go and find us a fountain of youth. Don't turn it into a tourist attraction. And if you want to, you can walk across the bridge, of course, which is rather nice, with great views. With the fort in the background over there, and the big cross, and in the distance, I don't know if you can see it on the fixed lens, but that's the lighthouse, which I think you need a little cab drive to. It's a little bit far to go today. Yeah. There you go. The discoverer of Florida, Juan Ponce de Leon, landed near this spot 1513. Thank you, mate. Tavern. St George's Row. Yeah, there was a nice glass of wine down there last year, which is rather cool. Highlander swords. Back at the Ball and Crown. Cheers. Interesting. The server, Shanti wasn't working, the one who served me the last couple of years, a day off. But she was saying that it's really quiet here. I wonder why it's so quiet. She said tourism's down like 62%. That's a lot. It's usually packed. So, don't know why that reason is. Could be many factors. And she goes abroad. She's going to Spain in a couple of weeks, which is great. The Americans do go abroad. So walk around the fort. Not going to go in, just have a look around. Castillo de San Marcos Fort, originally built in the 1500s, I believe. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. There are a lot of forts built around Florida to ward off enemy attack. That's why you've got places like Fort Lauderdale, Fort Myers. Yeah, a bit windy up here. Yeah, construction began, 1672. 1672. What's beautiful about this fort, it's made up of really, really tiny crushed up shells. I can't remember what it's called now, but if you look very closely, it's all like tiny mini shells all compressed together. It's really hard material. And then out into the bay. The Bridge of Lions over there. If you want to go in, it's $15 for adults. So I've been here many times, so all this will be in the description box below if you're watching, unless you're watching on TV, which most people are. If you don't want to go in, there's a nice little walk around the perimeter you can do, which is pretty cool, which is obviously free. There's a big cross. Great music in Pierre's pub. That's really cool. And now a time lapse down St George Street back to the gates. Davy Jones on the Old Town Trolley who we had last year.
There's a crosswalk up the way there, ma'am. That's a lot safer than trying.
There, a nice little walk up St George Street and other places, to Villiers Street. Great to be back. And now we're going to walk up to Our Lady of Leche and the big cross, which I always go back to each year. Let's just see if the chapel's opened for a quiet meditation. Let's go.
Now, head off to the left on the corner. On this next street, the old drugstore.
Let's change the visitor centre around a bit. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Sir Francis Drake. I went to the church where his head's buried in East Horsley, is it? Or West Horsley? Recently? Yeah. It was at West Horsley Place and then they moved it to the church across the road. Okay. I just decided, on a completely different note, I need to start getting another battery because I'm shooting a higher resolution now, it eats up of the battery. But hey, there's something to think of in the future. Let's head down this road here. Oh, the Christmas shop has moved. Coffee shop. That looks cool. Love old ghost signs like we have in England. Now Snakebird Vintage, I don't quite work out what that is actually. Fruit? Oh, it's fruit. Oh, it's hot. And my foot is still playing. I've done a lot of walking today and I did yesterday. Well over probably 20,000 steps, so I'm going to feel that tomorrow. And I'm trying to work out where I'm going to go tomorrow. I'm thinking of going to the Pioneer Village nearby in Kissimmee. We'll see. So Our Lady of Leche, Mission Nombre de Dios. Hope I pronounced that correctly, probably not. I'm going to go up to the chapel and put the big cross. Check that out. The big stainless steel cross. Amazing. That was built in 1965 as a marker for the 400th anniversary of the founding of St Augustine by him. Isn't that lovely? Absolutely lovely. I love coming here. Although I'm not religious, I just love coming here. Thank you. Let's just go down to the chapel of Leche. I have been to before, of course. There you go. Nombre de Dios mission. This site has been called the America's most sacred acre. Tradition holds that the first mass in the new colony was celebrated here. There's been a chapel on this site since about 1615. Let's go and see if it's open, which it normally is when I've been here before. Someone's trimming the lawns, of course they are. I'll try and speak over the lawnmower. Yeah, the present chapel is the fourth building on this foundation, erected first by 1615 by this shrine of Our Lady fell victim 3 times to war, pirates and storms. The last reconstruction began in 1918. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Lovely. The vicar's just walked past me. Should we go inside? To open? Yes. How lovely was that? How lovely was that? Beautiful song. I think it might have been in Latin, I don't know. I'm ignorant about these things. And as he walked out, I said, that was beautiful, thank you. He went, thank you very much. It was lovely. It's nice to walk into, wasn't it? I was very quiet because I didn't want to disturb him. Irony being, he's doing his prayer and he's singing and he's chanting with the lawnmower outside. I mean, you can hear it from here. I mean, sort of spoils the vibe for Mr. Jesus, isn't it? There you go. Hello, Mary. How you doing? Okay, let's head back up to the old Jowl, where we're meeting the bus with Kevin and Bonnie as our drivers. I've always found it interesting that America, being a very religious country, primarily a Christian country, originally from the founders escaping persecution in the UK, and well, it wasn't called the UK then, but now England is such a secular society, and considering how religious we used to be, Church of England, all that kind of stuff, and yeah, we're quite a very secular country. I don't know many people who are religious. I know a few, and they're lovely people, but generally it's not really spoken about. We don't have religious programming. Yeah, it's interesting, very interesting. And by the way, big me up. All the walking, I said earlier, all the walking I've done the last couple of days on a dodgy point of my foot. I don't know how I've done it. I don't know how I did the injury, I really don't. But, yeah, ouch. So I'm walking a bit slower, which is really annoying because I'm a fast walker. I mean, I probably walk about 4 miles an hour normally. So yeah, have to take it easy. And then we'll give it a rest over probably tomorrow. Sorry guys, I didn't do it. It just seems a little bit too tacky. On the back of this rumour that the Fountain of Youth was found here, which I don't think it was. But yeah, one day I will, but I just, yeah, it just looks a bit tacky. I could be wrong, and apologise if people work here, but yeah, next time maybe. Oldest storehouse, established 1875, the oldest storehouse. So there you go guys, a lovely little personal tour of St Augustine. Not a history lesson, there's far better channels out there doing that kind of thing. Just to walk around. I love this place. I've been coming here sort of 7 times now, but this is my 3rd year in a row, and hope you've enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe. Let's see where the Florida adventure takes us next. Take care.